Hi, I'm Jenny Schuck with Stability for the Yoga Body. I've got a few more exercises today. We're going to start right away with Cobra Lifts. For this one, I'm going to use a bolster. Now, if you don't have a bolster, you can do the same thing flat on the floor. The bolster just gives a little lift and therefore provides a little more range of motion. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to come down, I call these Cobra Lifts, going to come down on my belly on the bolster, and the front edge of the bolster is going to go right here on my body. So it's going to be right below the chest or right where the two sides of the rib cage meet. Left and right ribs come in. All right, that's going to go on the front edge of the bolster. Right there. Okay, I've got my head down. I'm going to take my legs a little bit wider just to accommodate the width of the bolster. All right, the legs are internally rotated or parallel, slightly internally rotated, right, rather than turned out. Okay, I'm going to try to keep them that way the whole time. I'm going to come down and put my forehead on the ground with my arms back by my hips. Palms are facing down. And then I'm going to start with the head and lift up to just the height of the bolster. And then come down. So I'm just coming to a horizontal position. Not all the way up to Cobra just yet. Still trying to keep those legs parallel, slightly internally rotated. Notice the tops of the feet are pressing down to the ground. I'm going to do 20 of these. I think this is 14. Now I'm going to come up all the way. Head, upper back, middle back, and lower back then work. And then the shoulders lift, and then I come down. Up and down. So working from the head down the spine and the shoulders lift. Feet are still down on the ground. Going to do 20 of these. That's 19. All right, now I'm going to lift opposite arm and leg. So I'm going to lift left arm and right leg as I come up. So I come up to the Cobra position, lifting the left arm and the right leg. And down. 2. The left foot is staying grounded. And now I'm going to do the other side. I did 10 on that side. Left leg, right arm. And you can see I'm trying to keep my left leg, again, inner thigh spinning up toward the sky slightly. and 10. Okay, so just make sure that when you lift the leg, it doesn't turn out, that it stays parallel. That's the general idea here. So that'll work your hamstrings there. It'll work the glutes some, and obviously it works your upper back muscles, upper, middle, and lower back muscles. This one I call boxer twist. So I say boxer because the movement of the body is like this, so it kind of looks like a boxer going in for, I think this is an uppercut. All right, so I'm gonna sit on a block just for kneeling. If it really bothers you to kneel, for one thing, you can put a blanket for padding underneath your knees, but also you could do this in Utkatasana, cross-legged position, if you needed to. All right, I've got 3-pound weights. I would say 2 or 3-pound weights, no more than that. Guys, if you want to go a little heavier, 5 pounds, I would say would be max for you. Okay, so I'm in Virasana here, and I'm going to hold the elbows into the body. The palms are facing toward me. All right, and then I'm going to twist using my trunk muscles. I'm going to twist to the right. Okay, and back to center, and twist, and back to center. Twist, back to center, twist, back to center. So I'm having to use my trunk muscles to do the twist as opposed to using my arms in any sort of bind to do the twist. Now, I know I say in these stability videos that you don't need to move with the breath, that you're released from that. You have permission to not do that. But I would say in the twists to inhale center, exhale side. Because you really do need that exhale to allow you to get the little range of motion. All right, I don't know how many I've done, but I think we're going to say do 20. And then I'm going to add the arm. I reach back with the right arm. I'm still using my trunk muscles to turn. And my right arm is just going back from my shoulder. I'm not trying to move it past that, just back from the shoulder and in. So I'm still using all these abdominal muscles to turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10. All right. And then I'm gonna grab the weights. All right. Pulling the elbows in. I'm gonna turn and reach with that arm and back. Turn, back. Turn. Turn. Reach. Trying to keep the right collarbone broad the whole time. I'm going to do 20 of these. Okay. All right, let's do the other side. There's a little ladybug. All right, turning to the left this time. Elbows in and turn. 2, 3. I'm exhaling each time I turn. Inhaling back to the center. Right ribs move forward, left ribs move back. There's 20. Now I add the arm. Palm faces out to the side as I reach back. Now I add the weights. And turn and reach. Turn and reach. Turn, reach. Broad left collarbone. And 20. Okay, boxer twist. For this one, I'm going to grab my blocks and place them. So these are yoga blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use stacked up books or something. All right. I'm going to take them at the highest height up the front of my mat, shoulder width, right? From Utkatasana, I'm gonna step back with my right leg, and I'm setting up sort of like I would in Parsvo Leg or pyramid pose, right? I'm gonna lunge forward, small lunge, and it's okay if the back heel lifts, right? I'm heel to heel aligned here. You can be a little wider if you want, whichever feels more stable. All right. The idea here is so that I'm going to bring the weight forward, bending the left leg, and then coming forward, and then lengthening the left leg, and that here my shoulder will end up just about over my wrist. The back leg is slightly turned out, right? So not so much the parallel leg, but turned out, not at the hips. Just the leg in the hip. All right. The actual pelvis is not turned, just the leg. All right. Then I bend the knee again and reach back to that starting position and lengthen the leg. And as I do this, I press down that left big toe mound. Right? There's a tendency for this foot to roll to the outside. I'm going to press down that left big toe mound. I lunge again and lift. Just to hip height or slightly higher. Lunge and lengthen the left leg. Lunge, raise up, lunge, lengthen back. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do 20 of these. You can bring it up to 30 or 40 if you're feeling strong or if you've been building strength. Say you've done this exercise a few times before. Press down that big toe mound. Inner ball of the left foot pressing down the whole time. I think that's 19 and 20. So you can see in this position, I'm working the gluteus maximus because of the turnout of the leg. I'm really working the glute max on the right side, all right? Hamstrings as well. And then I'm gonna, when I bring this leg down, I'm lengthening this left leg. That's starting to work lots of the muscles around the calf area and shin, front of the shin, tibialis anterior, etc., especially from grounding that left big toe mound, all right? I'm also working the quads a lot in this leg as I move through that lunge. This is a good strengthener, all right? Let's do the other side. Okay, so I'm lined up heel to heel. I could be a little wider if that's more stable. I lunge, and I like to set up my blocks on the first one so that shoulders are over the wrists, back leg is turned out, pelvis is not turned, but back leg is turned out. Lunge, and then press down that right big toe mound. Lunge, lift, lunge, lengthen, lunge, lift, lunge, lengthen. So all the while I'm firming in the outer right hip, standing hip. And I'm pulling in my outer waist to stabilize the center of my torso, or the core. That's 20, I think. These are Utkatasana leg swings, or chair pose leg swings. They're going to work the abductors, the abductors, with the outer hips, and some other muscles. All right, so we're getting a good base with the feet. A small Utkatasana, not the super deep one, okay? A small Utkatasana, hands on the hips, all right? I'm gonna shift the weight onto the right foot and raise the left leg out to the side, not to hip height, that would be really high. Try to keep the pelvis pretty much stable so that you're not having to tilt, right? So you're just bringing that leg out to the side, right? Minimal tilt of the pelvis. And then down, and out, and down, out, down, and down. And do 20 of these. There's a lot of balance in the standing leg here. So you can always put your hand on a wall. No shame in that. All right. The balancing is going to require some muscular use of that left foot and the calf muscles and even the thigh muscles. Done. Let's say this is 20. All right. But even if you have your hand on the wall, you're going to use those muscles. So we're going to use these ones. Do your best to not really lean on the wall so that eventually you can work your way off. So you work from flat palm to fingertips until you start to kind of take it. Let's do the other side. All right. Small Utkatasana. Shifting the weight onto the left foot, hands on the hips, raise the leg out and down. Both legs stay bent the whole time. 20. So do use the wall or a chair to stabilize yourself until you get to the point where you can do them without, if you ever get to that point. All right, no shame in that. Better that than to be tripping and falling and kind of moving in a way that you might roll an ankle or something like that. All right. Thanks for joining me today for more stability for the yoga body. I hope that you're liking these videos. Check them all out on my YouTube channel, Jenny Schuck, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.